Hi, Dyslexic Dad. First things first, if you enjoyed this channel, hit subscribe. If you think that this channel would be useful to others who are dealing with the narcissist in their life, hit subscribe. It does help me out a lot. I'm going to be doing a video on what I refer to as narcissists come with a warning label. And what I mean by that is that narcissists, they all read from the same playbook, and they all have very odd, quirky traits, either about specific things that they say or specific things that they do that normal people just don't. I mean, it's very quirky and specific to the narcissist. And one of these, and I'd be interested to see if other people have noticed this, is that very often during the love bombing phase, before things have gone bad, that the narcissist will basically give you a warning. It's like they have this big warning label. And so, I'll refer back to my own experience, like with my ex-girlfriend. We started dating and, things were going well. And then we got more serious, and started kind of what, I would describe more as like the whirlwind romance. So this happens about the same time, or it happened the same time for me as when she started saying, like, I never thought I'd meet someone like you. It's like we're made for each other. It's like we're, the universe conspired to bring the two of us together. During the same phase, she'd be saying these things to me. And at the same time, she would say, I don't know if I'm enough for you. And she'll say, or said stuff like, I'm worried that, you deserve better than me. And I'm, and she'll say, like, I'm so worried that I'm going to mess this up. And, basically, along the lines of her saying, I don't think I'm good enough. I don't think that I'm, at your same level. Like, I think you're out of my league, and that, basically, I mean, and honestly, is there's a moment of a period of time during like the love bombing phase where she was basically just terrified of me leaving her, and she conveyed that all the time. I mean, she would, she might send a text message or something like that, and if I didn't respond like that, she'd be like, oh my gosh, I screwed up. I don't know what I did. I made him mad. I've ruined this. I've ruined the relationship. And the thing is, like, the whole time that, like, you're hearing, like, I'm not good enough. You deserve better than me. All this type of stuff. I'm gonna ruin things. The whole time I'm hearing this, I'm just like, well, one, I've never heard again, like, this is a very quirky narcissist thing, because I've never heard this from any of my partners in the past or since then. It was very specific to her. And also, I didn't know how to respond, really, so I just kind of brushed it off as her just being just kind of an odd insecurity, and not really, I couldn't even process what she was saying because it was so freaking bizarre. But basically, from what I've read, from others, experience, this happens with other narcissists too. And so I thought it'd be interesting to approach this as, as this this thing that never gets mentioned is, do narcissists come with a warning label? How common is it for narcissists during the love bombing phase to say, I'm no good. I'm just no good for you, and I don't think this is going to work out, and I'm really afraid of that. Or I'm not enough. I don't I'm scared I'm never going to be enough for you. I'm never going to be what you deserve. I'm never going to be enough to meet your needs. And I'm so scared that I'm going to screw this up. And you're so wonderful and so amazing, and I don't know if I deserve you, because I'm just afraid that you're way out of my league, and just go and on and on and on. And, needless to say, this did not last. For me, I would say maybe a couple of months. But again, for me, because of our living arrangements on opposite sides of the city and stuff, the honeymoon period for us was easily 6 months, if not more. And so this period of I'm not good enough, I'm gonna ruin things, you deserve better, blah blah blah. For me, that lasted easily a month, maybe two. And so I'd be curious to, now that I've kind of described that situation, I'd be curious to hear from you if you had similar experiences with your narcissist during the love bombing phase, where they were basically giving you a warning and just saying, hey, I'm not good enough for you, or I'm afraid I'm gonna screw things up. And to just stop for a second and consider the implications. What that means is that the narcissist has done this enough times that they recognize the pattern, and two, they know themselves. They know to that degree who and what they are. And they know that this is the pattern, that they get into a relationship, they think this person is perfect and wonderful, and then they sabotage it and slowly just destroy the relationship. That's one aspect. The other is that they know that it's with them, that the lack, the inability to give at the same level and be to show up in the relationship to the same degree that their partner does, they at some level they realize that about themselves, and they know, okay, I'm this is what I want, but I know I'm not going to be able to do it. I know I'm going to screw things up. I know that I'm going to sabotage the relationship. I know I'm going to destroy it. And, not enough to actually do anything about it, but enough that during the love bombing phase that they are sending out these warnings. And again, I know everyone, like I've just described before, really likes the model of the narcissist as the evil robot, the evil Professor Moriarty with their evil plans and blah blah blah. And I don't think that at all any longer. I really think that the narcissists are also just incredibly pathetic, gross creatures, in that they they're not these evil masterminds. I think they're just so pathetic. They believe their own lies, and that they're just, to a large degree, just like swept away by their own emotions and delusions through life. I mean, it's almost like they're surfing or something, or they're on a life raft, and it's just getting swept around the ocean, as the currents and the winds change, and they have no control. Again, it does, in the end, it's safer to view them as the evil robots. But I mean, I think this is, again, one of those cases where it's indicative that what's going on inside the narcissist is more complicated than people usually think it is. And that I think that during the love bombing phase, the reason the narcissist is giving these warnings out to their partner is because they sincerely know who they are and are sincerely trying to warn their partner. I mean, during the love bombing phase, I think the narcissist does, it's not a lie, it's not a trick. They love their partner. They love that person. They idolize them. They think they literally think they're perfect, and they're trying to warn them. They have enough respect still at that point in the relationship during the love bombing phase to give this warning to their partner. Again, that changes very quickly. And, once the honeymoon love bombing phase is over, hold on tight, because it's going to get rough. So, again, I'd be very interested to hear if you've had experiences in your own life with your narcissist, and any similar situations where they were giving you warnings during the initial love bombing phase. Thanks.